How's it going, guys? We're back with another day trading video, and for you guys today I have an actual winning day with a decent amount of money. Obviously I'm still on the evaluation stage, but we're back to around break even, which is like 50k, right? I don't know if you guys were following a little, but I had a pretty bad week last week with around $500 lost, so drawdown on my eval. But now we're back with around 50k, so back to square one. I feel like maybe this is a turning point for me, and hopefully this will lead to a really nice journey with you guys on this, finding out if day trading works. And obviously I've said it many times, I do believe it does, but I'm here to prove it because a lot of people don't, and prove it for myself as well, because I haven't made money from it yet, but we're getting there hopefully. And it's day by day, so today we're back on a Monday. It was really hard to wake up this morning, but we managed. So without further ado, let's just get into the trade that I took today. Okay, so coming into the day, we are at an all-time high. I think I've said that I don't know how many times in the last few videos. Hopefully you're not tired of me saying it. It's important to say it though if I'm gonna analyze the trades. And we're starting to range here before 9:30. 9:30 open is at this vertical line right here. On this side of my screen is MES, and this is NASDAQ. So we're starting to range on both indexes. Let me just show you on ES right here. Also kind of starting to range less on ES. I didn't really notice that, but yeah, either way, both of them are all-time highs. And so like I said in previous videos, when we're at all-time highs, I like to trade with a lower time frame bias. So I'm gonna pay attention to the higher time frame, of course, but my trades will be about what the 1 minute, 5 minutes, even 15 minutes are giving me, and how I'm gonna react off of them. So market opens, and I think it's been like a few days in a row where market just starts ripping right off the bat. Some traders actually trade from like they take their trades on 9:30 because for them it's pretty obvious where it's gonna go, and I just in the last few days I haven't seen that. But I've been told if you want to trade on 9:30 open, you have to have a really clear draw of liquidity, and even maybe a bunch of confluences right off the bat, like at 9:25 we're hitting a gap or something. I'm not seeing that the last couple of days, so I tend to avoid that and just let market show me what it wants for like around 9:35 all the way until 10:30. So if I recall, NASDAQ rips and takes out all the draws to the upside right off the bat, and we react off all-time highs right here and go down into this 1 minute gap, and I'm right here. This move up is a little reaction. Actually, yes, if I remember correctly, was not delivering as much, so we weren't actually going into the gaps. NASDAQ was, ES wasn't really giving us any clear confluences, which led me to my decision eventually to take the trade on NASDAQ, as you can see right here. Anyway, for this trade I paid attention a lot to the 5 minute and to the fact that like I was saying, like there was a couple moments in there where I'm like, okay, maybe it's time for me to trade. Like, you're probably wondering why I just didn't trade right here. Well, first of all, we're in this 1 minute on NASDAQ right here. Let me just point it out. Okay, so that already is a range where I kind of want to see NASDAQ break out of there. And if I recall, so 944 on ES was around here, and around here was also when ES decided to take out their all-time highs. which means we could have a sudden reaction to the downside right here, and we do end up having this huge move to the downside, and that was caused because ES actually reached their all-time highs, right? Or, well, I don't want to say that was the cause, but it ended up happening. Well, I was seeing that ES had just taken out their all-time highs, which is a very good draw of liquidity to maybe get a retrace or a flip on both indexes. So I waited for ES to show even more, and at this point at 9:49, well, I was proved right by my patience, and market decided to go lower. And where the market ended up going actually was pretty interesting. We're actually respecting this 5-minute gap on Nasdaq. You wouldn't think that, after a move up like this and this green candle right here, which doesn't seem like much, but on the 1 minute it does, you wouldn't think the market would want to come all the way back down, and it did, which is really interesting to me. But MES was also doing the same thing, coming right back down and filling up all these gaps right here. So when both indexes were showing reaction on these gaps, I decided, well, this makes more sense to me. If both indexes want to react off of this gap, so if both indexes want to react off of their gap, ES was actually here reacting on a 1 minute, and Nasdaq reacting off of 5. I'm like, well, this actually looks like a valid point where I could get a trade in, and I did. So once again, I probably was not the best psychology wise when it came to this trade. I have a problem where I really like to take partials, and here again I took TP1 at a spot where it was not necessary. I was seeing all of this well, this seemed like a long time. This is just 4 minutes, but when you're in a trade, I guess it feels longer. It looked hesitant to me, so I'm like, okay, maybe I'm gonna try to leverage more. In my mind, I'm thinking, well, if market really wants to go up, then it wouldn't be as hesitant as it was, which is, sometimes it's a right way of thinking. Here, I don't think so though. So I ended up taking TP around here, TP1. I also took TP2 right here, which should have been my TP1 at this 1 minute gap, and I moved my stop loss to break even, which I think is the right way of thinking. I mean, why would market want to go all the way past break even if well, it can do that, but it won't go after break even if I had the right bias. So we react, we get some move downs, but overall market wanted to come all the way up into this draw of liquidity. I actually thought we were going to go all the way back up, which I guess I ended up being pretty lucky because I'm almost a tick away from not getting my full TP here. Anyway, I think the reason for that is because ES went all the way down and wanted to fill their own 5 minute gap. So about today's trade, overall, you have to follow what both indexes are showing you. Stay patient as much as you can. Here, market just wanted to fill their 5 minute on Nasdaq, and sometimes that just happens. Today, I would say my trade was a B plus setup. It was a decent one, and sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes that's all you need, right? You're never gonna be 100% sure. So thank you guys for watching this video. Like I say it every single video, but the channel is growing at a pace that I was not expecting, which is good, obviously. And I want to apologize for today because I didn't get a lot of sleep, which may be why I am this monotone. Hopefully you guys learned something from this trade or this video in general. If you guys have any questions though, I am going to answer in the comments, and I'm very thankful for the channel so far. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.